I suppose she has a point, and whenever she says Vincent or your brother instead of Sonia or your sister, I know she's being serious. My younger brother has to wear loads of ghastly pink nighties with Barbie dolls and Cinderella and ballet dancers and fairies, unicorns, dolphins, teddy bears, butterflies, flowers and all sorts of other ghastly stuff on them. I guess my biggest fear is my older brother's reaction when he sees me wearing a pair of girls' pajamas. In fact, since Mother and I are having this exchange whilst I'm wearing my pinafore apron, I don't know why I'm putting up a fuss over my pajamas either, as this garment is far more girly. "Oh, that'll be Sonia," Mother said as we heard the front door open and shut. "Oh, you've brought Veronica over." "Hello, Veronica." I wanted to either die or disappear as Veronica looked directly at me. Instead, I just froze as a broad grin swept her face. "That's a lovely apron, Andrew," she said. Mother agreed, but thankfully told Veronica that I was only wearing it because I was helping her. "It just seemed easier than him changing out of his uniform," she added, before thanking me and unbuttoning my pinafore. Hopefully Veronica doesn't think it's actually my piney. "Can I go and finish my homework?" I asked. My heart was pounding as I left the kitchen. I guess it's better that Veronica saw me wearing a piney than say, Laura. Veronica doesn't go to the same school as me, and I'd bet any money that Laura wouldn't waste any time telling everyone she knows. The following Wednesday was bonfire night and everyone was looking forward to seeing the annual firework display and huge bonfire on the Coronation Field. It seemed to be the only thing people were talking about at school. I shuddered and shivered as I walked home that afternoon. Paul was also feeling the cold, but Laura, clad in her short skirt and tights, claimed that it's not that cold and declared us both wimps. I got my school books out as soon as I arrived home and began my homework. It took me a few moments to warm up and Mother asked if it was cold outside. "Freezing," I replied as the central heating slowly penetrated my body. "And it's only going to get colder tonight," I added as I contemplated loitering on the Coronation Field for an hour or two. "You should borrow a pair of Sonia's tights again," Mother suggested. I recalled how warm they felt when we walked up Sykes Hill, so wearing another pair whilst watching the fireworks seemed like a sensible idea. "Okay," I said. "Here, look," Mother said, opening a carrier bag. "I bought these for Vincent," she began. It's odd to hear her use my brother's boy name, but it's sort of nice that she does on occasion. She never uses it when he's around and doesn't like to hear me using it either. I wondered if it just slipped out or not as she eagerly unfolded a pair of corduroy dungarees. "Do you think he'll like them?" she asked as she held them from their braces. Although they were a dusty pink color and had a big floral applique S on the bib pocket, they were essentially a pair of long pants. "I think he'll love those," I enthused. Mother turned them towards herself and said, "They're nice, aren't they?" I nodded and smiled. Vincent hasn't worn anything but skirts and dresses since Mother turned him into Sonia, so I expect he's going to over the moon with a pair of dungarees. My smile dropped when Mother said she'd bought a pair for me too. I feared the worst, but at least mine were a royal blue and not a dusty pink like Vincent's. They did have a large applique on the bib though. "I know they're a bit girly, but," Mother said as she held them up, "you can always wear a jumper over them to hide this bit," she added as she ran her hands over the ditzy floral fabric that formed the applique. "I got you a new t-shirt each too," Mother added, tossing me a pale blue t-shirt and putting a pale pink one on top of Vincent's new dungarees. The t-shirt was plain, but had little pin-tucked sleeves and was clearly a girl's t-shirt. "Thanks," I shyly said as I dreaded wearing it. "At least it's not pink," I figured.